Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Wrestle Kingdom recap, Wrestle Kingdom wrap up, Wrestle Rapple round, Wrestle Rapple.
Dang, you got on me last night for not being able to talk.
I think I'm a stroke victim, so look out for me.
Wrestle Kingdom round table.
Fuck it. We would have done it last night if it wasn't 8 a.m. for me.
Right. It was just
It,
yeah.
it was so
I was
early.
ready to
Dude.
go to bed when it was over because I won't lie,
I think
during the heavyweight tag match, I kind of dozed off a couple times.
I dozed off during the you
Huh?
you what? What'd you say?
I was like slapped myself a couple times, woke myself back up, good to go for the rest.
I fell asleep during the Cody and during the. I feel bad with that gauntlet match.
But you're never been a fan of Cody though, so that makes sense that you fell asleep.
Exactly, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But what the fuck did you guys think of Wrestle Kingdom? Because
Yeah,
God, that was a.
If you guys want to call in and let us know, try to keep it on topic, Wrestle Kingdom only right now. If you want to call in and let us know what you thought of the show as we run it down, 559-475-8473 is the phone number. You can call in and let us know what your favorite match of the night was, what you thought was a standout. So I'm going to ask you right now, Nick, what did you think best match of the night?
Fuck. 4-way.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people say that.
I say the 4-way, and then a very close second, Omega Jericho.
Yeah, I'm going to go lean a little closer to Omega Jericho, in my opinion.
I think that was a lot of people's match of the night. Not only because of just the fact that it was a good match, but the fact that it had Jericho in it.
See, my thing with it is a lot of people were disappointed with Omega Jericho because they were expecting another Omega Okada match, and this was something completely different. Well, one thing I'm going to say is Chris Jericho is the only real heel in professional wrestling.
Oh fuck! I loved when he got Red Shoes, or no, was it Red Shoes' son?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Red Shoes' son. Got him in the walls and just said, "Look at your son. Look
Yep.
at your son."
That was great. Or when he had the walls of Jericho on the first time, and Omega got to the ropes, and he goes, "I don't have to let go. It's no DQ."
Yeah, I noticed that too, because that was a question that I think someone in our Discord, shameless plug for fucking Discord, was like, I thought this was a no DQ. Why are they doing countouts? But you
it was no DQ, not no count.
No count. It wasn't a fault. It wasn't a false count anywhere.
No, and what I liked is when he knocked out Red Shoes, it gave him like four or 5 minutes to fight outside. Because you see in WWE a lot of times, guys will fight outside for like 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden the referee starts counting after. It's like, no, the referee couldn't count here because he was knocked out.
Yeah, so I like that. I think one thing I love about this entire pay-per-view was good storytelling throughout each match.
Yes, especially
Especially
like because there's a lot of people that came into this that didn't watch a single thing of New Japan before, but by halfway through some of the matches, knew what they were trying to convey, knew what the story was supposed to be. Like with the 4-way, you realized halfway through the whole thing was Ospreay was never able to beat Marty Scurll, and then how did he win in the end? He beat Marty Scurll.
Yeah, which goddamn that match, and goddamn Will Ospreay is really good.
All right. So, like I said, if you guys want to call in and give your thoughts on the show, 559-475-8473. Show started off. Some people didn't understand what they did with the Rumble match where they had Kakihara win. He's actually a pretty big deal in Japan, and he's fighting cancer.
Yeah, I think he's better now.
Yeah, I think he beat it. Which
I think he beat.
You never fully beat it, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's that.
But so they put him over. He was a big star in UFW, I think it was. Ended up with
hey, hold on, real quick, Christopher. I'm not gonna fucking stop saying the F word during the broadcast. Get used to it, baby.
Hey, at least you don't do it as much as you used to.
I know.
Anyways, I think it was you. It was I think it was somebody in the Discord. Cheeseburger comes out and it was like, is that his real wrestling name, Cheeseburger?
I like that, and I liked another tweet that was it's midnight. I'm sitting alone in my room, drinking, watching wrestling with a guy named Cheeseburger. This
Right.
is living. I was like, I love it.
I love how Cheeseburger got a pop. Pretty
I
good
love
pop.
Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger's great.
So Kakahara did end up winning the Rumble. The Rumble is just a whatever match. Some people in the Discord were a little upset. They're like, okay, you go from the Rumble and then we have a 20, 30-minute break. It's not like WWE where they have, people doing a pre-show and like a whole ESPN setup kind of thing. No, they had one match and then they're like, all right, we'll be back.
Here's the thing. They said, here's a match. Now prepare your goddamn bodies.
Yes, because
get ready to sit here and love what you're looking at.
Yes, because that opening match, Bucks versus Roppongi 3K, way better than I expected. Way better than I expected.
Okay, I need to say this. I need to say this because I was such a huge, someone record this and send it to the Young Bucks just so they know. I used to fucking hate them because I thought they were just flippy shit. There wasn't a lot of flippy shit in this match. There was really good storytelling.
Now,
there was. Go ahead.
Let me say one thing.
Yep.
When the match first started, I was like, "Oh, it's a Young Bucks match," because when they had, I can't remember who it was. I think it was. I don't know which one's Yo and Show, but one of them had a sharpshooter on, and then I think it was Matt had another sharpshooter on, and they were slapping each other and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, there's the Young Bucks comedy spots." But then
of course, there's going to be comedy spots.
But then from there on, it was one guy on each team had a jacked up back, and they really played it. Matt Jackson sold stupendously.
God damn, yeah, no, he it was fantastic. And for people that can't stand the Young Bucks, I really suggest watching this match.
Yes,
because it gave me a new opinion on the Young Bucks. But the way that they worked the back, they had extremely clear storytelling of what was happening. They're saying someone's back is hurt. We're gonna focus on the back. This is how we're gonna win the match. We're gonna hurt this guy's back, and it was really, really good. There was a lot of great storytelling. There was a lot of cool spots in there. I like the power bomb on the ramp, which didn't really look like it hurt.
Oh, to Rocky Romero.
To Rocky Romero. I don't know. That match was just really, really good.
How about when Matt had one of them? I still don't know which one's Yo and Show, but he had one of them in the hangman spot on the ropes, and then Nick did the swanton. I cringed when I saw that because there's no way to make that not hurt.
Yeah, no, that I think. Yeah, no, that freaking hurt. That freaking hurt.
So
I definitely, I'm not gonna say that was match of the night, but that was definitely up there in really good matches of the evening.
But in the end,
the morning, I should say.
In the end, the Bucks hit a Meltzer driver. Nick locked in a sharpshooter and got the victory.
I didn't lock in anything.
Hey, now.
You're an all-star.
So then we had the gauntlet match for the never open weight 6-man tag team titles, where we do have new champions. There's not much to really say. War Machine, Rowe. I think it was Rowe, tapped out to Zack Sabre Jr., which I think was great because you're putting Zack Sabre Jr. over as this guy that can beat anybody, even people that are bigger than him. And so you have Rowe tap out because they're leaving anyways. They're on their way to WWE.
Oh, I'm so excited to go see War Machine in WWE. I have so many fantasy matches.
They're on their way out,
them.
so they're on their way out. So it doesn't matter how they lose. And so you can use them to make somebody like Zack Sabre Jr., who they're going to put over as a big star, look even bigger than he already is.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
So in the end, it ended up with the Bullet Club was out there. They're the champs, so they come out last. And it was Trent Beretta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Toru Yano. And Beretta, Ishii, and Yano are the new 6-man tag team champions. Now, all I'm going to say is I've heard some stuff. Guerrillas of Destiny may also be leaving. That's all I'm going to say because I haven't heard anything concrete. But they may be leaving too, and that's why they had to drop the titles. So let's take a call.
Yeah, let's take a call right here.
All right.
Blech.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Caller, going once. Twice. Nope.
Sold. Hey, say something?
Hello?
Okay, your audio got a little weird when you answered that call on my end.
Interesting.
Yeah, we should be fine now.
All right, let's try this other one then. And then we'll get into the match you really wanted to talk about. Yeah. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Hello?
Hello?
Well, what did you think of Wrestle Kingdom? What's your comment?
Like, I'm thinking Omega's gonna pull this one out.
Pardon?
I think Omega's gonna pull this one out.
Well, we'll see if he wins. I think it'll be a fun match. We'll see if Omega beats Jericho. Thanks for your call, man.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
What do you guys think Omega is going to beat Jericho? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
All right, Nick, just go for it. You said you had some things to say about Ibushi and Cody.
All right, look. Cody Rhodes is okay. He's just okay. He's not a superstar. He's not a 5-star match machine. He doesn't have any qualities to him any more than he did in WWE. When he left the WWE, he was starting to show like he has some promise wrestling. But since wrestling in New Japan, Ring of Honor, all over the Indies, he has shown nothing different. There hasn't been a change in his wrestling style. There's been a change in character. Tim told me this off mic, I guess, because we're not using cameras, that he is a lot more confident. And yes, while confidence does play a big factor into your character, so does the wrestling work. And the wrestling work just isn't there, especially going up against a guy like Ibushi, who's fucking phenomenal. Ibushi puts on great matches, and Cody just puts on mid-card level matches. He puts on matches you would see for the Intercontinental or U.S. title. They're fun, they're nice to watch, but they're not that good. He's overrated. He doesn't have that thing to him. He doesn't have that thing going for him anymore. He had Stardust, and he hated that, but he did it to the best of his ability. He had the dashing gimmick. He had all of these things, but now in the Indies and in New Japan, what is he more than just a glorified, cool-looking guy? He's not. He doesn't have that wrestling ability that everyone says that he has, and a lot of the people saying, "Oh, his matches are so much better now," are also the people that think just because you wrestled outside of the WWE makes you the greatest goddamn fucking wrestler on the planet. That's not fucking true. Your goddamn wrestling ability for Cody is the exact fucking same from the minute he left to the minute he showed up in New Japan, Ring of Honor, all of those places, and that's a fact. I'm sorry, it's true. He does not have the wrestling ability that so many people are giving him credit for. And I think a lot of people don't want to face that because they want to like Cody, and that's good. Like Cody because Cody is a great character. He's good on the mic. I relate with him because we both have very bad lisps, but he's a great talker, but his wrestling ability just isn't all that there. He's very, very overrated. He's not green. He's not like God, Authors of Pain levels of still, don't know how to wrestle. But he just needs that thing. He needs that match. Kind of like we talked about last night. Wrestlers have that guy. Cody right now has never had a guy. Not in WWE and not outside of WWE. He has not had a guy. And I hate to say this, but he's really, really, really riding off the coattails of his father.
Oh, yeah. Well, he wants to be just like his dad. His dad's been his hero his entire life.
And I get that. And hey, more props to you if you want to be the person that you idolize, that you watched growing up. But fuck, he's got to put in some extra fucking work here. I'm sorry for the plosives. I don't have a pop filter with me. He's got to put in this kind of work there. He's got to put in something. He's got to give that kind of heart that a lot of other guys are giving, like Omega gives, like Jericho gives, like Okada, like Naito. I saw a lot of heart from the Young Bucks. I saw a lot of heart in that fatal 4-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Skrull and Ospreay burnt the fucking house down. It's absolutely incredible, and I don't understand why people are giving Cody. They're putting him on this fucking pedestal. I don't know. He's not that good. He's good on the mic, but other than that, there's not much to him.
You know what it is, right?
I don't.
He's trying too hard to be a 1980s heel.
Yeah,
And it's
I
not,
see that.
and unlike Jericho, it's not coming off organic. It's coming off like he's trying a little too hard to be that
Well, because
1980s heel.
Cody looks like a natural good guy. He looks like the kind of guy that's gonna, because he has that lineage behind him of the good guy, of Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. He has that guy. Him trying to be heel, it just doesn't mesh well. But a guy like Jericho has that natural, like, fuck you look to his face. Cody has the natural, like, hey neighbor, you need to borrow some sugar. You know what I mean?
All right.
Oh god, that was a spiel.
So run down the match
Here's a
real
hot
fast.
take
One thing
There
I
goes a
liked-
hot take video for the week.
Oh yeah. So one thing I really liked was they really used Brandy in this match because they don't really have that like they used to use with Maria when they would bring the Kingdom over for tag team stuff. She would interject herself. She would be a distraction. She would be there to help her guys try to win. And they did that with Brandy. At one point, Brandy passed a chair to Cody while he was in the ring. Then she distracted the referee so Cody can hit Ibushi with the chair. And he hit like a couple shots and he missed a couple shots. And finally, Ibushi finally got back up to it. So, I mean, I liked that aspect of the match where they finally, a lot of times you'll see guys at ringside in a New Japan match and they're just there for encouragement. But then you had Brandy there who tried to like help her husband win, which in the end he didn't, which was fine either way. I think Ibushi winning was the right decision.
Yeah, I think having Ibushi win was absolutely the
There was
right
one
decision.
spot though that made me cringe. That crossroads.
The Crossroads.
Yes, from the apron
Yeah,
to the floor.
I mean, the Crossroads would look cool.
Right. It's just that
It looked cool.
that just looked devastating.
No, I can appreciate, and this is coming from a guy that strictly just watches wrestling, not a guy that has wrestled in the level that Cody has wrestled. From what I'm seeing, it's just he doesn't have that thing to him. So, yeah. So, next match.
Well, the finish. The finish was Cody missed a
that's right.
disaster kick. Ibushi hit him, knocked him down, set up for the Phoenix Splash, got the pin. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was a good match. Wasn't a great match. There was better on the show, but I mean, then we had the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match with a lot of people said that outside the Rumble, this was the worst match.
Oh God, I don't know.
I thought it was better than the Gauntlet.
Yeah, it was definitely better than the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet was just kind of boring.
But what they really did here, Sonata was in the match a lot for his team. And they had Archer and Smith just being these big, huge guys that are beating up on the smaller guy. They even beat up some of the young boys at ringside. And then finally Evil got in there and was just like, no, you're not going to do this to Sonata and new tag team champions.
Evil. Yeah, no, that was a clear definition of what it means to be the underdog.
No, also, it's a clear definition of these guys are going to lose, but we don't want them looking bad in a loss. We want to keep them strong. But I think Evil and Sonata winning, great idea. Because if you look at that heavyweight tag team division through 2017, it was all non-Japanese guys. And when you see that and you listen to the crowds, half the time the crowd's not into it because they're just like, oh, yeah, we know who these guys are, but they're not our guys. They're not the Japanese guys. So now that you've cemented Evil and Sonata, not just as a good tag team, but now the champions, maybe they can get the interest from those Japanese crowds back into the heavyweight tag team division.
I kind of want to call out someone here. Can I call someone out?
Go.
Curtis Dinwiddle says, you call Cody overrated. Get in the ring yourself and see if your mind changes. I guarantee you my mind won't change. He could probably beat my fucking ass. Nothing's going to surprise me there. I'm not a pro wrestler. But what I can see is that everyone is hyping him up to be this kind of legend when he's not. So,
Right.
Fuck
like,
you.
Like what he's supposed to do is connect with the audience through his wrestling. And what Nick is saying is, to him, Cody doesn't connect.
But Tim, you're not supposed to have opinions. You fool.
All right, so in the end, Archer and Evil cleared the ring.
Evil.
They hit a magic killer for a near fall. Sonata hit
I don't
him
like
once.
that.
What, the magic killer?
Yeah, no, I don't like that move.
Why not?
It's just a weird move.
It's what Gallows and Anderson do.
I think that's why I don't like it.
Well, I don't know. We never see Gallows and Anderson wrestle hardly ever anymore. But anyway,
very
that's a
true.
completely different story. So Sonata hit a moonsault immediately after that near fall for the victory and the title change.
There you go.
And let's take a call.
Let's take a call.
Go to the line and caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yes, I wanted to talk about I want to agree about the Cody Ibushi match.
Take it away.
Yeah, what's up,
Like
Doug?
I totally agree. Like he is trying way too hard in being heel, and I think it was like with his wrestling ability, like he has what it takes, but like he needs to be face, and then like it will all click together. Like because like you see like when he tries to like with the spot with Brandy with the chair, it doesn't fit him. It really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he, in my opinion, he needs to be face. But other than that, like I enjoyed the match. I totally agree with Ibushi going over because it definitely hits out.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for your comment. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night, brother. You left him?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong at all.
He said what you said. It's all correct. I mean, the one thing that kind of stuck with me, what you said, was that he looks like a baby face.
Yeah.
But
he
at the same time,
especially with the blonde hair.
Well, apparently
I
that's for a
get
movie
that
he's doing. That's what I heard.
Yeah, didn't Don Callis say that last night?
I think so. He's like
Also,
okay, go for it.
is Don Callis the greatest fucking announcer on earth?
Especially during that Omega Jericho match, it was like Jim Ross great.
Oh, it was fantastic.
All right, so we had Hiroki Goto, Minoru Suzuki, hair versus hair for the
was all right.
Never Openweight Championship match. I liked this match.
I did
thought it was
too.
pretty good.
I dozed off here and there, to be honest.
Suzuki brutalized Goto early, and they called out like he just beat the shit out of Goto, and they had to call the doctor down. And so you're thinking they're gonna end this match already? That's what I thought, and I'm like, no, there's no way they can just end it here so nobody has to get their head shaved. That's what I thought they were gonna do, and that's not what they did. They kept on going. These guys were just beating the complete crap out of each other. One thing I didn't like was the headbutt spot, especially like with the Shibata stuff that happened. Like you need to ease up on them headbutts.
Yeah,
Especially Don Callis when
seriously.
he goes, that sounded like two big cannonballs just crashing into each other.
Yeah, no. Can I just say, Suzuki, don't get on his fucking bad side because I'm pretty sure he could fucking eat you just by fucking looking at you.
Yep. At 49 years old.
He is he's 49?
Yes, he turns 50 this year.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That dude's insanely strong.
Yeah. So
That dude's tough. But yeah, it was a good match. Hey, also, guys, I don't give a fuck about a swear jar. Just shut the fuck up about it. Jeez.
Jeez.
Come on.
Anyways, so back to the match. Suzuki locked on a choke, and the referee did the whole, one arm, two arm, but the ref couldn't stop it. So Suzuki went for the Gotch pile driver. Goto powered out of that. More slaps, more kicks, more just beating the tar out of each other. You know what I noticed on this show? A lot of guys were busted open from the mouth.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I thought it was just me. There was a lot of mouth bleedage.
Yes, because these guys were just beating the holy shit out of each other, fucking killing each other. Like they were trying their hardest to have, I guess you can say, quote unquote, strong style matches.
Yeah, a fight.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a call?
Well, let me finish this because I have stuff to say about the end of the match, the post match. We'll take a call soon after this match. But so what happened was at the end, Goto hit Suzuki with the forearm strikes, hit the GTR, and pinned him. Now, Suzuki Gun was out there, and Suzuki was essentially knocked out, I guess you can say. And so Suzuki Gun tried to take him away before he can get his head shaved. Goto was in the ring. He set up a chair. So they're dragging Suzuki to the back, and then all of a sudden he starts coming to, and he's like, what are we doing? Because you think, okay, the heels, they don't want to get they don't want their leader to get his head shaved, so they're going to They're going to take him to the back. They're going to go back there, and he's going to go with them, and he's going to be like, ha, 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 I didn't have to get my head shaved. No humiliation here. But what I liked is he ended a man of his word. He came to...
I like that too.
And he was like, what are we doing? I need to go back there. I made a promise. If I lose, I shave my head. So he goes down to the ring. He kicks that chair that Goto set up, sits down, takes the clippers himself, shaves his hair off himself. Yes, it was supposed to be humiliating, but at the same time, it shows that Suzuki, whether he's a heel or not, he's still going to be a man of his word.
I like that. I think the match was just... It was just done well. I liked him shaving what little is left of his hair.
Right, and he just slams it down after he shaves it off.
Yeah, no, he's... I like when he brought his own chair to knock the other motherfuckers' chairs out of the way.
Like
I like that
earlier,
a lot.
Like I said earlier with Jericho, he just comes off as a heel, not a guy playing heel.
Exactly.
But let's take a call.
Yep, let's take a call.
All right, and caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Thank you, Pop.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
What's up, nigga?
Hello?
What's up, nigga?
All right. You don't need none of that.
Wow, that's so funny. He came into the stream, said the N-word guy. He's so famous now. Wow.
Let's try
What a cool
call.
guy.
Let's try a different call. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
How you doing?
My question, it wasn't about Wrestle Kingdom, but it is about the Women's Royal Rumble. How do you guys think that's going to work out with most of the women not being able to throw each other over the top rope instead of the middle rope?
Well, we're only taking questions on Wrestle Kingdom. This is a Wrestle Kingdom recap show, but I mean, yeah.
We'll see. Thanks, bud. Bye.
Did you watch Wrestle Kingdom?
I did watch some matches, not all of it.
What did you think of what you saw?
It was good. It was a lot different than like watching WWE or like even ROH, because ROH has the small venue, and seeing a wrestling event happen in a bigger venue with actual like wrestling happening was different, and it was good, you know.
Exactly.
And I tried calling you guys yesterday about the Royal Rumble thing, but I couldn't get like through to the phone call, so that's why
You're good,
I
brother.
called today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure. You're good.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks for your call, man.
Yep.
So, you know, one thing I heard, I don't know if this is 100% true, there was over like 3,500 people from North America and the UK alone at this show. It's a lot of people from outside of Japan. I think the tickets sold number was something like 10, 11,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane. Where are you leaning to, buddy?
What do you mean? Oh, sorry.
You just...
It's all good. I'm just trying to fix my headphones.
Oh, you're good, dude. Yeah, what was the next match?
The four-way.
Fuck that. God damn, that four-way was just...
It was...
just good.
So Marty Scurll was the champion. Okay. First
Came in
off,
with
I got
wings.
some questions. Someone asked me this. In all the I guess you could say promo videos, the packages leading up, they were like, why does Takahashi look like he's playing cricket? Like he's got that mask and the big gloves. Now here's what happened. Do you know the build up to this, Nick?
Slightly?
All right. So here's what happened. Every time Takahashi would try to come out and challenge for the championship, somebody else would come down and interrupt him. At one point, he got his fingers broken by Marty Scurll. Another time...
I do know this.
Another time, he got just waffled in the face by Kushida. Another time, he got beat down by Will Ospreay. And so when they were finally doing the last big build for who's going to challenge Marty Scurll for the championship at Wrestle Kingdom, you had Kushida in the ring, you had Will Ospreay in the ring with Marty Scurll, and they were all wanting to challenge. And then out comes Takahashi, and he puts on the face mask. You can't get me now. And he puts on the big old hockey gloves or whatever. You can't get me now. And it was just great. And people were asking me that last night.
It was kind of funny.
They were just like, why does he look like a goof playing hockey or cricket or whatever? Well, it really just everything, it played into what happened previously. But I think this was a great match, and it told a great story. Really, okay, tell me if you agree, but did Kushida come off as a little bit of a extra guy in this match to you? Like he got lost a little?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Like,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Skrull's probably the best one of the four character-wise. Will Ospreay's the best one of the four big moves-wise, like, oh, that's cool kind of thing. But Kushida, out of all of them, was like the best quote-unquote wrestler of the four. And he just, I don't know if it's just the way the match was laid out or what, the story of the match. He just seemed like a guy in the match.
Yeah, definitely.
But in the end, near the end of the match, Takahashi got a near fall on Ospreay. Ospreay and Skrull then teamed up to try to take out Takahashi, but he countered it. Kushida hit a sunset bomb on Ospreay, hit a shooting star press to the floor on all three guys, which looked amazing. Ospreay hit
that looked dope as fuck.
Yeah. Ospreay hit a 450 on Takahashi for a near fall. Ospreay missed an Os cutter, and Takahashi hit the time bomb. But Skrull then pulled the ref out of the ring and used the umbrella to take out Kushida and Takahashi. Ospreay
And
finally... Go for it.
Mind you, he pulled out that referee at like 2.999999999.
Yes, like it couldn't have been any closer.
I was legit scared for a minute that he wasn't going to pull him out in time.
Ospreay then finally hit Skrull with the Os cutter for the pin, and yet another title change of the junior title. I thought the title changed a little too much in 2017, and then it just changed again.
Yeah. I don't know. It's okay to me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. I liked the match.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably...
Yeah, the match was a lot of fun. Probably match of the night
second
for
favorite
me.
match, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then we had the match that a lot of people didn't like. Tanahashi and Jay White for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of that match was spent going pee, getting a monster, trying to tell myself, stay awake.
See, here's the thing, though. One, Tanahashi's beat up to all hell. He's got a messed up arm. He's got a messed up... Both knees are messed up, so he's very limited. And then you go in there with nothing against Jay White, but a lot of people just don't know who he is. There's a lot of people that they're just like, who's this Jay White guy challenging for the second, or, well, now you could maybe even say third biggest title in New Japan. So that's another thing. That's another thing that kind of took people out of the match, was just like Jay White. He came out of nowhere challenging, and I mean, it was whatever. Match wasn't bad. I mean, the match wasn't bad.
It was just a match.
Yeah, on a show, match. I think it got lost in the shuffle as a match on a show with a lot of good matches. It was, well, no, a lot of great matches, because it was good, but it just wasn't quite at the great level, even the bottom tier great level. Yeah, I just think it got a little lost because there's so many other great matches.
Right.
But I think there was one good spot where Tanahashi went for the high fly flow onto Jay White, and Jay White caught him perfectly. Because you know, Tanahashi's got those messed up knees, and the way Jay White caught him, his knees didn't hit the mat, nothing. It was just perfect. So Jay White's, he's got something there. I mean, nothing against, like I said, nothing against him.
He's time.
Good.
He just needs time.
Yes, he needs time for people to realize his character, which he's doing a new character than he did when he was in Ring of Honor. And just to say, hey, this guy is as good as they want us to believe. They just don't want us to believe he's championship good yet, I guess.
Yeah, I think this was probably just meant as like an introduction to Jay White.
Yeah, exactly. But in the end, Tanahashi did retain the championship. He hit a high fly flow off the top rope, which is pretty much, I guess you could say, his version of a frog splash.
Yes.
Yeah. And
correct.
Got the win. Let's take another call.
Bada boom, head ball.
Whoa. All right. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
What did you think of Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Kingdom was awesome. I just, So, like, in my opinion, I got a little bit disappointed with the Jay White match. I felt like it could have been better. But with Tanahashi, his injuries and stuff like that, the match didn't go as well. I believe that Jay White could have had won. So, like, they could have let Tanahashi, like, recuperate and then make him come back and go against Jay White. But for me, I like his gimmick, Jay White's gimmick. He's really good. They just need to build him up as a heel, like a good heel. Now, what do you guys think about Jay White?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea of this was definitely an introduction to who his character is and what we should be expecting. He's going to have a lot of time to revamp himself. There's a show tonight, isn't there? Is he on that show?
They haven't. I would assume they haven't announced anything for it other than it's going to start an hour and a half later than Wrestle Kingdom started last night. And like I said yesterday, it's supposed to air for free on New Japan World.
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I've seen Jay White wrestle before, and his techniques and all that. I really like him. Hopefully, he could be like a Kenny Omega. If by any chance Kenny leaves, he could take his place or something like that. Yeah,
there's a chance. Maybe.
What do you guys think? Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah. All right, thank you guys for answering.
Not a problem. Thanks
no
for the
problem,
call.
man. Have a good one, brother.
You too, man. All right, see you guys.
Oh, later.
But yeah, I mean, Jay White, he's got the potential. Like I said, people just need to figure out and realize who he is. He's a good wrestler. Another thing, he looks more like a junior heavyweight, though.
Yeah.
That's my other, I'm not going to say knock, but negative, I guess you can say, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then we go in, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, the United States Championship, not in a wrestling match, but in a full-out, I'm going to beat the crap out of you brawl.
Fight.
Like,
yeah, it was
title didn't even matter. This was a grudge match because Jericho had beat the crap out of Omega twice already, and they were just going to go out there and do what they wanted to do. They didn't care about anybody or anything.
It was so good that I forgot that it was even for a belt, and I thought it was just a nice exhibition match.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people said that. Like, title. Now, some people did say that with them not mentioning the title enough and, people forgetting the titles online, it made the title not matter.
No.
I mean, I don't think so.
No.
Hopefully they do more.
That title just needs more defenses.
That's what I was about to say. Hopefully they do more with, not just, Kenny Omega's going to have to have a match with Juice Robinson with the, title on the line. Hopefully they build it up more as Kenny's the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship champion, and he's defending his title. Because I think the few title defenses he did have, it was more of, hey, this is a Kenny Omega match, not, hey, this is a U.S. title match.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't blame that at all.
So the match starts off, and it's like two guys that are playing hockey and don't like each other, and someone did something on the rink and just hockey brawl. That's what I called it.
They mentioned. Do you know what an enforcer is in hockey?
I don't know much about hockey.
Okay, so the enforcer is basically the guy on the ice that fights everybody.
Ah.
Chris Jericho's dad was an enforcer for a hockey team.
Gotcha. I knew his dad played hockey. I didn't know what his position or anything was.
Yeah, so he was an enforcer. If you guys want to learn more about enforcers in hockey, watch the movie Goon. Great fucking movie. You know what else is a good movie? The Room. It's a good movie. Anyway, back to wrestling.
So, Jericho, we talked about this spot earlier. Jericho put the walls of Jericho on Omega. Omega escaped, and he sent Jericho to the outside. Omega went to the outside with Jericho. Oh, no. And he sent Jericho over the barricade. Then he dives from the ring over the barricade.
Oh, this was awesome.
Crashes the English announce table, takes out Don Callis, and then all of a sudden, there's no commentary. I mean, at least if you're watching the English commentary. And I'm like, how long are they going to go with this? Because this is actually kind of cool. It's like an old school feel.
I know. It was fucking awesome.
I loved the no commentary for a little bit because I was like, it's like an old school thing. No commentary. It's just watching some old school wrestling fight. Like, I forget what match it was, but there was an old Ric Flair cage match. I think it was Ric Flair and Harley Race cage match. There's no commentary. But the match
Yeah.
is still great, even without the commentary. And I thought this match could have been the same. But eventually, you hear Kevin Kelly. All right, I can hear myself. Don, I hear you. Hopefully people watching on New Japan World can hear us. I don't know if they can. Let's just call it anyways. I loved it.
Yeah, I like that. Let me tell you something. You can measure how good a match was over the number of times that you wake up the person sleeping next to you saying, "Oh shit, look at this. Oh god, that was so cool. Oh my god."
Very
What did you say,
true.
12? Yeah, about 12.
So then we had the
12
spot.
wake-ups.
Then we had a spot Nick talked about earlier where Jericho took out Red Shoes and then put his son in the walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. One other thing.
ahead.
Getting back, the start of this match, the entrances. A lot of people on Twitter, they were like, why does Jericho have new music? I was kind of baffled by that comment. There was a lot of it.
I was like, it's like, well, I'm just gonna, he had new music because it's not in WWE right now.
All right. They were like, what? I didn't hear him say break down the walls? That's WWE. He used his own band's theme, Judas, which is a pretty good song, and I'm not a big rock music fan, but I like that song.
That's a good song.
What was Omega wearing? He looked like he was wearing some... I don't know what the hell that was.
I know what goddamn game that was from, but I can't fucking remember, and it kicked my goddamn ass the whole night.
Because the head kind of reminded me of a Pokemon. But
No, it's not a Pokemon.
I know that's not what it was.
It was like... It was some show that was on Cartoon Network for the longest time at late night. Not so late that it was Adult Swim, but still, it was fucking cool.
Anyways, back to the match. So they're brawling. They get a table. And Jericho gets knocked down. Omega then puts the table on top of Jericho. He climbs up one of the lighting rigs and does a double foot stomp on the table on Jericho. Like, just imagine that. The table just smashing right on Jericho. Great.
Ow.
So then they set up the table. And Jericho goes for a powerbomb through goes to powerbomb Omega through the table. And Omega kind of fights it off. So Jericho goes, you know what, you fucker? He just powerbombs him on the floor. I would have rather gone through the table.
Yeah, I would have gone through the table. Oh, by the way, Destiny 2.
Oh, okay.
Destiny 2. That's what it was from.
Gotcha.
I spend all my fucking time playing that goddamn game.
that.
You'd think I'd know that.
I've never played Destiny 2. I've only played the first one. Anyways.
You should play Destiny 2. It's only like $30.
So, then Jericho grabs one of the photographer's cameras, starts taking pictures, and then just throws it back at the photographer.
Now, for some reason, I thought like, oh, they're gonna do like a Rock Austin thing, but no, they did a I'm gonna flip off the crowd and film it thing.
Right. No, they kind of did a Rock Austin thing at the beginning of the junior tag match when Nick Jackson got on commentary while Yo and Show were doing their entrance.
Yeah, I like that.
No,
That was
Rock,
good.
It was Rock Mankind, where Rock got on commentary during his match with Mankind. Anyways, so they get in the match. Eventually, Jericho hits a lion salt for a near fall. Huge pop when he hits the lion salt. Omega then hits the Terminator dive. As Jericho's outside selling. Back in the ring, they tease finishers. Jericho locks in the walls of Jericho again. Omega reaches for the ropes. And then... So, Omega gets the ropes. Jericho's not letting go because, no DQ. He doesn't have to let go. Then he gets sprayed in the face with, I guess, what's it, cold spray they called it?
Cold spray, which I imagine is what you clean like keyboards with.
Well, that's what I thought, but apparently it's like, when your joints tighten up, you spray it and like help you loosen up your joints and stuff.
Okay, like icy hot, but in a spray bottle.
And then Omega starts spraying it on himself. He sprays it down in his pants. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, maybe his fucking
Sprayed
dick
Jericho
was
in
a
the
little
eyes
stiff.
with it.
Yeah, I wonder what was in there, and that got in Jericho's eyes. How
Right.
serious was that?
Like, I don't know. Because if it's... Anyways.
Go on.
So, Jericho ends up finally getting his bearings. And earlier he had thrown some chairs in the ring. And so he puts the chair in the corner. And then Omega just... He just...
Eats it. He eats it. He literally fucking
multiple
eats
times.
It. Like,
That
at
was
least 7.
Fucking... Oh, my God. Like... He literally was just like, as hard as Jericho can throw him into the chair headfirst.
Yeah, no, there's no faking that, guys.
No. So then you go a little farther into the match, and Omega starts hitting the V-trigger knee over and over. He then goes for the one-winged angel, but Jericho rolled through into the walls
I like
of
that
Jericho.
roll. The roll through I thought was very, very
That was
nice.
great. That was probably like the best spot of the night. That was like my favorite spot of the whole show. Where
No,
he's
I'll
up
tell you
there-
the bet.
He's up there in the freaking the angel, and as he's gonna throw him out down for it, he rolls right into the walls of Jericho seamlessly. Seamless.
I'll tell you the best spot
Which was
because it was so small. It was so small and so unimportant, but it just really showed how much they were dedicated. That knee drop kick.
oh
Kenny went to do a springboard. Jericho pops up, does the drop kick to the knee, clearly like fucks up the knee of Omega, and it was just to me that was just like a sure sign of the small little things that they're putting into this match.
yes. So Omega went to the top, but Jericho crotched him. Jericho teased the top rope Rana, but Omega escaped, dropping Jericho face first onto the turnbuckle. Pretty much the Cesaro spot. I was glad he didn't bust his teeth.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
Jericho then hit a codebreaker for a near fall. Jericho placed a chair on Omega and went for the lion salt, but then this is the finish. He jumps up to bounce off the ropes for the lion salt, but Omega gets up and he throws the chair at Jericho, and Jericho kind of just like stalls there for a second, like, whoa, what just happened? Grabs him, one wing angel, boom, Omega beats Jericho.
Fantastic
the
match.
finish.
No, the one wing angel on the chair.
Yes, there, I did omit that. Yes, because when
On
he threw
the
the chair, it
chair.
just fell back in the ring, so he nails him on the chair. And was it just me, or was Jericho bleeding on his leg right under his ass at one point?
Jericho was bleeding on his ass.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I
Was
didn't know if
Jericho bleeding on his ass? Yes.
I don't know if
I
I was
was
just
asking.
seeing things or not, but I was like, is that blood coming out of his butt cheek? Anyways,
I often have blood coming out of my ass.
and that's another conversation for another podcast.
I need a
Before we
doctor.
get to the main event, did you have anything else to say about Jericho Omega?
Great match. Wasn't a 6.5 star match.
Right.
Wasn't even a 5-star match. It was like a 4-star match. It was fantastic. It was fun. It gave me a look at a version of Chris Jericho wrestling in New Japan that I never got to watch growing up. So,
Well, I don't
yeah,
even think-
kudos to them.
I don't even know if Jericho's been this before, because Jericho's the one guy that he can always reinvent himself and make himself different. We've kind of seen a Jericho heel like this before, kind of, when he was doing the whole stuff with Shawn Michaels and he always wore the suit and stuff.
Or the punk stuff.
You're right, yeah, that too. But this was just I don't even want to say over the top, because it wasn't over the top, but this was just like, before he's always like been a heel, and you can see he's played the heel, or he's been the heel, but he's a comedy heel. But this time he was just this no nonsense, no bullshit heel that I'm just a bad guy and I'm going to do what I have to do to try and beat the guy that everybody loves.
Correct. He was like, I'm here to do one thing, that is to make all of you sad.
And you know what this also does? When he eventually comes back to WWE, he's going to be the most over guy ever in that company.
Oh, absolutely.
He's gonna get reactions like when Austin would come back from an injury, when Triple H returned at Madison Square Garden in 2002.
Oh, absolutely.
But let's take a call before we talk main event.
Yeah, let's take a call before we wrap up here.
All right. And, oh, no, lost him. Let's try this one. Nope, lost that one too. Oh, nope. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
I like big motherfucker pussy. I like big pussy.
And, anyways.
For some reason, I hope that whoever's doing that just gets in a car accident tonight and fatally dies.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Is this Pro Wrestling Unlimited?
It is.
No, this is the Krusty Krab.
Oh, okay. Well,
What's going on?
I just wanted to call in. The Wrestle Kingdom was a great show.
Oh, absolutely. What was your favorite match?
I didn't get to see the whole show. Forgive me for that, but I enjoyed Omega Jericho.
Yeah, of course. It was a fantastic match.
And I'm fairly new to your work, so I just wanted to say I'm a big fan, and I'm listening from North Carolina.
Well, thank you.
Oh, for sure, man. Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you checking us out.
Yes, sir. And y'all have a good night.
You too.
See you later, brother.
All righty.
I like new people. New people are
Yeah.
cool.
All right. So main event: Naito, Okada.
A lot of people were mad. A lot of people were mad.
A lot of people were mad. They said Naito should have won. But you have to look at the big picture. What are they doing with Okada? They're trying to make Okada the biggest star ever in Japanese wrestling. They're trying to make him the next Antonio Inoki.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like they're trying to when the show was over, he cut his promo, which I wish they had at least just for the English commentary feed, an English translator, because I really want to know what he said.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe they caption it for the YouTube channel. Anyways, that's just a nitpick. But he cut that promo afterwards, and he's walking into the back, him and Geto, and you hear the commentary. They're like, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest of all time, and they weren't saying in Japan, right? They were trying to say that Kazuchika Okada is one of the greatest professional wrestlers to ever be in this, ever wrestle. And
So he retained. He retained.
Huh?
He retained. Let people know he retained.
Yes, he retained. He won. But I don't know if you can call him. I mean, he's still got a ways to go with his career. I think he's only 30-something years. He's in his early 30s. Let me see. He's only 30 years old. He's like a year and a half older than I am. 2 years older than me. He's only 30. He's got another decade to go.
Yeah, he absolutely does.
So, I mean, for them to say now, oh, he's one of the greatest of all time, I don't know if you can say it now, but you give him 4 or 5 more years, and easily, if they keep him as protected as they have, you can easily say he's one of the best ever in Japan.
Oh, definitely.
Because, yes, they're going to keep him protected, and they're going to, do what they can, quote unquote, to make him one of the best. But at the same time, you can't just do that with anybody. You need a guy like Okada who can go out there with just about anybody and put on a 3-4 star match.
It was fan-fucking-tastic.
So, I mean, yes, some people did try to say, oh, well, Okada's the Roman Reigns of Japan. I get why some people are complaining about that, but at the same time, he's so good, that's why it's him.
He has that talent with him. He's good enough to be that.
Exactly.
So that's just me, though.
So
it was a good show.
Match was really good. They traded a lot of near falls. Unlike the Omega match last year, both men hit their finishers early in the match and kicked out. Unlike last year when Omega never hit the one-wing angel on Okada in that Tokyo Dome match. So I thought that was, because a lot of people were going to compare, like they did with the Jericho Omega match. They tried to compare. And they did things different in this match, which I liked. So at one point,
even the announcers were comparing.
Yeah, I mean, that was another thing that kind of it's not the same. You don't need to try to make it seem the same. It's a completely different challenger. Omega and Naito are completely different.
Right.
So at one point, Okada landed. Now, here's the thing. One of Okada's big moves, which most people probably wouldn't consider it a big move, but it is, his drop kick. No, his drop kick.
Oh, my bad, yes.
And 20-something minutes into the match, he hits a flawless, perfect drop kick.
Oh, it just looked fucking awesome.
Because you know how there's wrestlers where they'll go for the near fall and they'll go for the pin, and you're like, well, they ain't going to win until they hit a specific move. And I was thinking the same thing with Okada. It's 20 minutes in, he hasn't hit his drop kick yet. He's not gonna not hit a drop kick in this match. So it was good, but I knew they weren't going to the finish until at least he hit that drop kick, and they went another 10 minutes after that. The match was 35 minutes long.
Yeah, it was a decently long match.
So at the end, they traded. There was a crazy spot where they just kept hitting each other with their finishers. The Destino from Naito, the Rainmaker from Okada, and then at one point, Naito went for the Destino, but he was caught in a tombstone. He got just drilled on the top of his head.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okada picked him right back up, hit the Rainmaker clothesline, 1, 2, 3, retains the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
There you go. It was
I liked the show.
overall.
I thought it was
overall, the show was just great.
I thought it was, if you want to look at the last 12 months since the last year's Wrestle Kingdom, best show there was of all
Oh
wrestling.
yeah, definitely.
Of WWE,
Definitely.
Ring of Honor, New Japan.
A great way to close out the year.
Yeah, I think I might have liked last year's Wrestle Kingdom a little better.
I think it was probably because it was, that Omega Okada match.
No, because I also liked Naito Tanahashi from last year, and I liked Roppongi Vice versus the Bucks from last year. So I think I liked last year's Wrestle Kingdom show a little better, but this was right there on par, just about.
Oh, definitely. So, with that, you guys, thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed Wrestle Kingdom as much as we did.
Oh yeah. And don't forget, there's another show tonight. It is called New Year's Dash. Pretty much going to set up everything going forward. Probably, I know at least to Dominion, which is their big show in May. It's going to set up a lot of things going forward to that. We're going to learn who the new challengers are for the championships. I have heard that Kenny Omega could possibly do something slightly with Jericho, since Jericho may still be in Japan. I don't know if Jericho's going to be on the show for sure.
Are you going to watch?
I might. I don't know.
I'll try.
Because
I doubt that I will.
I won't be able to nap early like I did today, but that's a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for listening to this Wrestle Kingdom wrap-up show. Thank you for the callers, listeners, everybody. Have a great night.
Have a great night, guys. Wait.
Wait.
I do want to leave off with a question. So as soon as I ask this question, we'll end the stream. But I want to ask you, and I want to ask the chat. When does Tama Tonga... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't say, when does Tama Tonga, get himself out of the Bullet Club? But he's leaving for WWE soon.
Maybe.
So I guess that doesn't matter. But
we'll see.
with that, if
Also,
you guys could write... What's up?
One other question. For you guys that were in the Discord last night, what did you think of that? Did you guys like the Discord? The live group chat during the show. We want to continue that during like the WWE pay-per-views and any other big wrestling shows we can all watch together.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So, on that note, have a great night.
So thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Good night.
It was fun. It was long, but it was worth it.
That's what the ladies tell me.
Oh, Lord. We're going to close it on that. Good night, guys.
See you guys.